I don't even know how to start one of these things anymore. Um, it's been about a year since, I think, more than a year now, since I posted an update. Longest it's been in my channel history without posting updates, and I feel bad, first and foremost, for multiple reasons. One, I feel I should have tried to reach out more to my community, especially as I've been going through a hard time. A lot of you have always provided me with great support, and honestly, I don't know if I would have ever had even gotten to this point in my life, or had these amazing adventures, or had the opportunities afforded to me if it wasn't for making videos on YouTube and, I don't know, putting myself out there. As many of you know, I've struggled and have struggled from health issues for years. Like, thinking back now, it's kind of just normal now. At least my pain issues I deal with. For some that know, nerve pain and back pain. The nerve pain is a little bit lower pudendal nerve, which causes a lot of problems for sitting long periods of time, activity of any kind of sorts, riding in a car. That's been my main one. The back pain is fairly normal, and just I'm a tall person and overweight. That is just a thing. The pudendal pain is the one that really sends me for a loop. That's the one that sends me into multi-day pain comas, and tends to be the thing that dictates my life. Like, I spend the majority of my time trying to not deal with the pain flare-up. And that's gotten easier over time, but it's also difficult because I feel like I've lost out on a lot of quote-unquote life. And a lot of my best moments, especially when traveling or going out and doing stuff, is tinged with pain. And for a while there, it got better. Back in 2018, I believe, or 17, 18, early 18, I received a nerve treatment, ablation, which for about 2 years, I actually got a huge amount of relief. And it came at a good time when I was, transitioning from living in Santa Cruz to going into the RV and then moving down to San Diego. And that came at a very critical point for me. And I didn't realize how much it made a difference until it started to wear down. And as it wore down, I was very reluctant to stop. Now you may ask, why not just have another nerve ablation? Well, the location here in San Diego, the doctors here, they want to just do like a nerve block every couple weeks kind of thing, and I don't want that. I feel like it carries even more risk, and there's potential that another nerve ablation treatment may cause more damage than it has helped. The only benefit is that it is quote unquote manageable now. If I spend my time trying to stay out of pain and I don't have to go out on a regular basis, as I've learned with COVID, there's been weeks at a time where I don't have a huge pain flare-up, and that was amazing. But also, in the same note, it's also gotten more difficult because I did get sick back before the COVID lockdowns, that winter. I think it was winter of 18, 19, something like that. I remember getting sick for a month and a half and taking a month and a half off at work, or about a month, and then a couple weeks were pretty loose. I was just kicked flat. Like, it was, I had a fever of over 105. I went from feeling fine to dead within like a matter of hours. And I was at one point in time with a huge fever, just convulsing in bed. And I thought, it came on quickly. I thought maybe it would go away quickly. Well, thankfully, the convulsing stopped after the first night, but the fever didn't go away for a few days. And at the time, I didn't know what it was. There were no tests for it. I just thought I had the flu or something. So then, that sucked. Took some time off of work. Trying to get back to work, it was difficult. But, especially with all the coronavirus stuff happening, I went from living in the RV park, to then trying to live in here, which was where I was going to kind of, do stuff for Outcast Stoneworks. It was close to the office. It allowed me the ability to jump down there easily. And during the launch of the project, it was very useful. But through that, some of you know, obviously, the project I don't know how, I don't even want to comment on it, but myself and several others that worked for the parent company of Outcast were let go, and then they took on the project into a different direction. And then, to my knowledge, it's still kind of just gone now. I don't know the full details. I don't have access to anything. I don't have, for people asking me, questions about it, I don't really have answers. But pending that, I was out of work for a few months during the pandemic. I was lucky enough around December of 2020, I believe it was, December 2020, I got a job at Booz Allen Hamilton, which was a huge step up. It was supposed to have health insurance, it was supposed to have, benefits. I was getting $40K more a year, and it was, work from home. So for the first time, I was actually getting a proper benefit and salary package, which, for an issue for me, I moved to San Diego with the promise I was going to be able to afford medical. And at my previous employer, I was not able to do that. I was barely able to live in this freaking expensive city, and it was a nightmare. And just as I got established in San Diego, rug pulls from me. So it kind of sucked. But yeah, so this other job opens up. I'm like, great. I'm going to finally be able to move on and go on with this. And then I get sick again. And this is the one that kicks my ass. Because at this point in time, almost all the benefits from the nerve ablation I had several years past this point had worn off. And I don't know if it was related to getting sick, but my nerve pain had flared through the roof in 2021. It was a nightmare. I could barely breathe on top of my pain issues. I remember trying to go out and fly and nearly passing out on the way walking back to my car. Which, I'm overweight, but I have never had those kind of problems before. So it was kind of terrifying. And then on top of it, I just didn't feel good. I was in pain. Going out and flying was just I remember when it was difficult to do, but now it was just I don't know how to put it, but I was in a bad spot. So I tried going on short-term disability so I could get stuff worked out. Health insurance issues with my new company. Go figure, their system didn't get me in for almost a month and a half after I signed on. Which I got sick in that time. Go freaking figure. So I dealing with that on top of now dealing with Matrix Absence, which is the company subcontracts with to deal with absences for short-term disability. Look up that company. They're horrible. They've ruined my life. They've ruined other people's lives. I'm so freaking over it at this point. And I'm frustrated because I wanted to deal with all of this off of camera. I didn't want to bring this up to anybody. And then you pepper that in with me dealing with my mom, who has had horrible health issues too. On top of that, I'm just going to get it out there so I can talk about it openly and maybe feel a little bit better. She's a recovering alcoholic. And she had dealt with a lot of alcoholism through the entirety of trying to care for me with my medical issues. And I feel horrible for that. Thankfully, she's been a year sober now. And it's been great. And she's still going strong. But it has taken a toll on me. It's taken a toll on her. And I really don't have other family. My uncle is practically disowned me. He doesn't think the drone thing was ever a good career choice. And yeah, I don't know what's going to happen at this point. Like, the RV is potentially going to get taken away. I have had it in storage and I haven't been able to work on it. It's occurred like almost a year worth of fees. And I feel horrible because I wanted to talk about that. All of the money, though, I will say, all of the money that has been donated via the GoFundMe, all of that did go to the RV. It just was not enough, and it was at a very bad time for me. So there's that. Barely able to keep my car going. Still making payments on it, just barely. The only reason I have a phone is because of Patreon at this point. The only reason I'm able to upload this is because of the few people that are left on my Patreon. And those that have stayed with me, thank you. For the love of God, thank you. And I'm sorry for all those that have waited for more content or wanted to see a success story or upset that I didn't put out more content in the past and left. I get it. I'm sorry I didn't communicate more with you. I'm sorry. Above all else, I am sorry. I feel like I let the community down. I feel like I let myself down. I feel like I let my mother down. I feel like a dog that's been left out in the rain and kicked. I can't catch a break. I keep hoping, for the love of God, something is going to break through. And I'm going to be able to figure it out. But it hasn't happened yet. Oh. I don't even know if I'm releasing this video or not. I've been wanting to record something. I didn't know how to talk about anything. And I really didn't want to cry. I don't know. Like I said, I don't know. So yeah, my health, thankfully I can breathe for the most part again. I'm deathly afraid to get sick again. So that's maybe a bit agoraphobic. I don't go out much. I haven't flown in almost a year. I've done some bit of simulators. You know, I've done sim stuff. I can still fly. I'm literally paralyzed by fear, and I don't know how to overcome that. And I keep thinking it largely comes back to literally dealing with chronic pain. If I wasn't constantly in fear of having a pain flare-up and literally going to the ER or being balled up in pain for several days, I don't know. I feel like I could live life, but I don't feel like I've had the chance to properly do that. And it sucks. I've tried. I've tried to power through it. But, like, I don't know. I'm losing hope, losing whatever. And then with the world the way it is, I'll just really hoping things are gonna, I don't know, start looking up. People are gonna stop infighting. The world would be a little less hateful. But I don't know. And that's the thing. I try not to see the news, try not to pay attention to it, but it does affect me a bit lately. Obviously. And yeah. So yeah, I don't know. I'm just rambling at this point. So yeah, I don't know the path forward. If anyone wants my latest resume, I'm still working on it. Not much to update. I don't know if I'm going back to the current company I'm working at. I'm still technically on medical leave, but the amount of disconnect I felt when I joined for a project, immediately project was like, nope, not going to happen. And then medical issues, just with the internal problems and being completely remote, I felt so disconnected from everybody. Like, I just, it sucked. It sucked. And I don't know, that was my first attempt at working at a bigger company. I don't know if that's for me. I don't know if all experiences like that. I don't know if I just got extremely unlucky with systems breaking down during a pandemic, which honestly could be it. Like, quite honestly, that could literally be it. Just literally stuff just breaking apart, not working as it should, caused a lot of the English that I'm dealing with right now, and that sucks. And I don't know a path forward. And that's the thing that scares me the most, is I don't know a path forward. Like, money is a temporary fix. Sure, I can get the RV in a place. Maybe people could help me sell all my stuff that I have so I can consolidate and go couch surf or something. I don't know. All I know is I don't have the energy anymore. And I don't know what to do. So, if you don't see more content from me, because I can't make content anymore, or I don't have the energy to, or too sick to, or whatever. If you're a friend and you think you might be able to help out, literally, I would like to consolidate and try to raise as much cash from stuff I have. I just need help selling it. Like, I can't even answer a phone right now. Like, my anxiety levels are through the roof. And I need help in general. I don't want people to donate. I want a path forward. I want to have a job or some place in this world that fits me and I fit into it. More than anything. More than anything, I just want to find my place. And I don't know if there is a place for me right now. That feeling, that hurts. Okay. To everyone in the community that I've met, thank you. I love you. It has been a crazy ride. To anyone that I have let down, I'm sorry. I wish I could have been better for you. To my Rotaract family, I'm sorry I wasn't around more. Sorry I never felt like I had a chance just to fully be. Like, I felt like I was always trying to impress you guys on some level. And I never really had a chance to really get to know me for me without my guard being up. To me, all those years ago I started flying. I'm sorry I'm not flying. I'm sorry I didn't keep my promise to keep flying. And maybe that's part of the issue. I don't know. But hopefully there's a path forward to where I can keep flying. Anyways, I'm gonna end it here. Thank you all, and I've been Zoe. You've been awesome. Till next time.